Hello everyone, just another preview of progress that has been made. I spent last week mainly doing the shader pipeline and also reconstructing the points because Unity's points turned out to not be as fast as I'd hoped they would be. They were actually quite a lot slower than I'd wanted them to be, even though they're being filled in the compute shader and drawn with draw procedural. So what I had to do was use my points, but I had a problem with my points because my points had noise. So it turned out that if I could get rid of the quads and instead just draw voxels, but voxels not with triangles, just voxels made out of points, with about 64 points per millimeter, it got rid of the noise. So hurrah! Now to show you what it looks like. This is just with one of the physically based rendering shaders. This is at a 1 million, I say 1024 by 1024 cube, but it's really just about a 1 millimeter per voxel, and each voxel contains 64 points. So this model, it's about 4 million points, but with the voxelization, the dynamic voxelization, the potential point count is very, very large. As you see, if we go in, as you can see, they are little voxels, but made of points. And this gets rid of all the noise. It looks really nice. I also added in reflections and refractions. So I'll show you that. So the goal is for it to mainly just be exactly like a normal gaming pipeline. However, with real-time shadows, you're going to take a hit no matter which way you slice it. So but for my GTX 970, this is all performing really well. Really happy with the results so far. I did one other thing was with shadows. I made a little screen space shadow experiment, and just for self-shadowing on the point clouds. I'll actually better turn the reflection off. And it's really not so nice, but just my first attempt at doing it. I hadn't done it before and turned out really well. Just thinking it through and firing rays out of the points and against the depth, and voila. As you see, I've only set it at a length of I think about 15 centimeters, so it can self shadow. And I think using Unity's mesh casters in conjunction with this would be ideal, and that way you can turn this on and off based on the closeness factor, just to keep the frames per second. As you see, it does take quite a bit of a hit, but this is because I'm doing it in a place it shouldn't be, because I'm doing it right now on every point that's being processed, whereas if I take this into a second post-process step, it'll only be performing it against pixels on the screen, and only the ones that I choose. So I could just have a buffer for just the point clouds and test against the depth buffer from there. That would be a hell of a lot less points, and probably get the speed up. But right now, like, there's 4 million, and we're testing 4 million rays against the depth. So yeah. Anyway, that's really cool. I'm really happy with how things are turning out here, and I still have a little ways to go in getting this already. I just want to get all the effects done, and just because they need to be done, and solve the noise, so I'm happy about that. And then it'll just be lining it all up with the streaming system. But right now, we have not even left the compute shader, so yeah, so all this is happening on the compute shader. And I'm hoping next week to be able to reveal the performance and total specs and everything, so it should be really great. Well, I'm hoping. If not, I'm still happy with what I did. Alright, thanks everybody. Have a great day.